warm welcome to my dear students. Children, today we are going to discuss about the new chapter, and in this chapter we will discuss about the very important part, that is data structures. Now, the point which comes into my mind is that what is data structures. We have covered a kind of a various data types like integer, float, strings, boolean, and we have covered primitive data types like list, tuple, dictionary, and etc. So why we need a data structure? So first of all, let's understand that what is data structure. So it is the way of organizing and storing the data into the computer memory in such a way that later on it can be used effectively, efficiently, and less resources are shall be required. It defines the relationship between the data and the operations over those data. There are many types of data structures depending upon various computer programmers can use various type of data structures, because every data structure has their own way of dealing the data, own way of storing the data. As I have already discussed in the class, that list always stores the data in the form of the sequential forms, that in the continuous memory locations in your data will be saved in list. And when we talk about the stack, I have already told you in the class that stack is what? It is a kind of a LIFO structure. That means last in, first out. Whatsoever elements we enter into the stack, that element, the last element, shall be the first one to be deleted. So depending upon the various programmers choice, or you can say the various other things, we have many data structures. Data structures are broadly divided into two parts, that is linear and non-linear. Linear data structures involves like list, and non-linear involves like graphs and trees. So first of all, we'll discuss about the list. We have already discussed list as a primitive data type in class 11th. So what is list? It is a collection of items with each item has their own index value. You all know that in list the elements are indexed from 0 to n minus 1. So if I need to access the third element, so I need to write L square bracket 2, and we have a two kind of indexing, forward indexing and the backward indexing with the help of a list. We always enclose the list with square bracket, you all know this thing. So if I need to access any element from the list, I need to mention its index position within the square brackets, right? So this thing we have already covered. Now iterating through the list. Suppose we need to access each and every element of the list, that can be accomplished with the help of a for loop, or you can say while loop also with the in a program. So these are the certain important functions which are used with the help of with list. First of all, we have append. If we want to add any new element at the end of the list, we use list dot append, right? And extend, if I need to add multiple items at the end of the list, then we use list dot extend. If I need to insert at particular position, that I need a function known as list dot insert. If I need to remove any element, then list dot remove. Deleting an item from the list, that means I need to not completely delete the list, but need to delete a particular element, then we also use delete. What is the difference between remove and the delete? Remove will not remove that element from the memory. It in memory, that element still remains there, but once we use the del function, so it will delete it from the memory as well. Then we have a clear, it will empty all the list. Then pop, it removes an item at the defined index. Then we have a index. Then sort, reverse, length, max, min, and list. So now comes the very important data structures which we need to talk about here is a stack. We often go to the marriages and we see the piles or stacks of plates. So you can see there, if I need to pick any of the plate from that stack, I usually pick the topmost plate, not from the middle, not from the end. Similarly, in stack, once we need to insert any element, that will be done on the top, and once we need to delete any element, that will be done from the top. So it is a linear data structures in which all the insertion and deletions are always done at the one end only, and this one end only is nothing but the top of the stack. The insertion in the stack is also known as a push, and deletion in the stack is also known as a pop. So it is a linear data structure. It follows LIFO. LIFO means last in, first out. So whatsoever element will be entered in the last will be the first one to be out. Insertion and deletion, as I already told, can be done from the top, and insertion is known as a push and deletion is known as a pop operation. Now, where we use the data structure stack, where we can use it? It is widely used. We have a number of applications related to the stack. It is widely used in the expression evaluation. It is used to evaluate the prefix, postfix, and infix expression. Prefix means that where we need that means all the operands will be on the one side in the beginning, and then operators will be at the other side. Then we have expression conversion. It is also used to convert one form of the expression to another. Syntax parsing. What is a parsing? What is a syntax parsing? Many compilers use a stack for parsing the syntax of expression. That means to convert the machine language code. Backtracking. For example, it is also used in a kind of games. It can also be used for back traversal of steps in a problem solution. Parenthesis checking, string reversal, and function call. So these all are the application areas of the stack. We can implement the stack with the help of a list, right? So concept of a stack implementation can be supported by the inbuilt functions which is known as append and pop. Append means insert, pop means delete. Using these functions make the code shorter and simple for the stack implementation. To add an item at the top of the list, that is to push an item, we use append function, and to pop out the element we need a pop function. So these are the kind of a program or a simple thing which we can use. Suppose we have append, then 7, then it will be appended at the last, then 11 on the top of 7, then if I need to pop, again on the top, right? So this is all about the stack, and we will do more programs practically in the class and over the laptop using this stack. I hope you understand the stacks well. Thank you.